Hey guys, what's going on? So today what you're going to be watching is the first video from the series where I get a swarm with every gun. And before we go into the gameplay, I just want to talk about a couple rules for the series. These are just ground rules that will, just kind of straighten out any confusion that any of you guys might have. So the first is going to be that I can't use any equipment. This is kind of going to be a bummer as I use my C4 a lot and it really helps me out. The second is that no score streaks that I use can get kills. I want all my kills to be with the gun, make it more legit. There's no restriction on game modes. I will mostly be playing domination, but just in case, I don't want to be restricted. And, of course, all the guns that I get must be with the featured gun. And today, the featured gun is the first of the submachine guns, which is the MP7. So a couple good things about the MP7. We're just going to go over some of the stats. The MP7 is probably one of the better submachine guns. There are a couple that I like better, but there are definitely some that I like worse. So the first thing about the MP7 is it does have high damage for the submachine gun class. This helps out obviously with getting kills, and you get quick kills, but also the good rate of fire helps you get the kills faster. It's just behind the Scorpion in those two stats, but with recoil it beats it. It also has a very good range that kind of plays off of the no recoil factor because you can shoot for longer distances without having to keep aiming down. Some of the attachments that you can use for the MP7 that work well, I would recommend either using a laser sight or a stock. The reason I say laser sight or stock because these help with your aiming, whether you're a hipfire kind of guy or you're an aim down the sights kind of guy. These are probably some of the better options you can go with. I happen not to use those in today's gameplay, but I would recommend using those. And the other thing that you definitely should use is the extended mag. This is going to help you in any gunfight situation, whether it's against one person or two. You won't have to reload as much and gives you an opportunity to get those feed kills and the double kills. So without further ado, let's move on to the gameplay. So today what we have is a gameplay domination on Plaza. I'm playing with my friend Max, who probably wouldn't have, this swarm probably wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for him because he did call in the VSAT and that helps me out a lot. But I do pick up a couple quick kills in the very beginning when the kids are on the B flag, and I get the fourth right here after I kill a kid for the second time when I know he's going to spawn with his TI. So the thing you want to make sure you're doing with submachine guns is you don't want to be running out into the opening trying to get kills. What you really want to do is you want to stay in those kind of confined spaces where the submachine gun really dominates. You don't want to be running out into the open, say in the enemy's base. We're going to have to try to take on a Type 25 or any other of the assault rifles from mid to long range because you'll most likely die and lose your kill streak if you're on a high one. And that's always a buzzkill. But one thing that you also don't want to do, which is a common misconception, you don't want to just rush into their base just because you have a submachine gun. One of the things you want to make sure you do is you make the enemy come to you unless you have up, say, a VSAT, which I do right here. Generally, now I don't say sit in a corner and wait for the other team to pass because let's face it, that's not really how you want to play the game. That's not how others want you to play the game. What you really want to do is hold down a certain area on the map. Now, this area could be any size, but preferably one that has a lot of corners, or not a lot of corners, but at least a couple, and ways where you can get people coming from a bunch of different directions. Now, my preferred spot on this map, Plaza, is I like chilling in the club where there's some nice Skrillex music going on. You can listen to that too. And because you can cover B. Whenever you see that the B flag is flashing and the other team's on it, you just run out and kill them. You can also cover kids coming from A or C. So if the spawns flip on you, it's not that big of a deal. You'll be all set. You can still get a bunch of kills. And other than that, there's nothing really much to talk about with the MP7. Good, solid gun. I had a good time using it. Really easy to get the swarm, wasn't too difficult at all. Obviously, it always helps playing with a team. I only had one other person, but yeah, it'll greatly increase your odds of getting a swarm if you're playing with a team, party of 6 or whatever. So aside from that, guys, I thank you for watching and have a good day. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks. Bye.
Swarm inbound. Stealth chopper inbound.